We're back, boys and girls, for another exciting TheKillerNacho Wi-Fi battle, and this one is against moonakasoulieheart, who I believe I had a battle once in the past with, and yeah, she came out to my Twitch live stream, and that is how she got a battle. So that is how most people get battles if you want one. But yeah, so there's the teams. It's kind of similar to the team she used last time, so it's kind of safe to say I kind of know what to expect. But we shall see. I don't have the Chansey that helped me against her last time, because I pretty much never bring Chansey usually. But no, she's going to go ahead and lead with the Tornadus again, as I lead with my Magikarp, my Gyarados. So this is going to just be a fun set that I've read along. You know, it's something that I've probably tried once or twice before, just because of the coolness factor. And that is Z-Splash. So she's going to go for the Hurricane. I kind of expected her to U-turn or something, not liking the matchup. But no, she's actually going to stay in and Hurricane me, and that does more than half, and I'm obviously slower, so maybe I mistimed this. I should have went for the Dragon Dance first, potentially. But then she's going to switch it up for the Air Slash, and that's kind of curious. Maybe she didn't want to miss with the Hurricane, but she definitely needed the Hurricane there to be able to 2-hit KO. So now I'm going to get that Dragon Dance off, and I'm sitting at +4 attack and +1 speed, which is enough to outspeed Tornadus. And I'm like, well, what can actually live, you know, a hit from this thing at +4, +1? And the answer is this freaking Slowbro, because I don't have Crunch on this thing. It's not a Mega Gyarados, it's obviously a Z move Gyarados. So yeah, I have Earthquake, which is not enough to KO, and he's actually going to be able to KO my Magikarp. But you know what? I'll count it as a win. I got one kill with Z-Splash Magikarp, or Gyarados rather. That's fine with me. So anyway, in comes Tapu Koko. I'm expecting him to switch out, so I go for the U-turn here. But instead he stays in, which is fine because he dies. I don't know why she stayed in, considering Slowbro obviously has Regenerator. But I guess she was expecting maybe U-turn and was thinking that she could live it, but she cannot due to the weakness, even with Slowbro's massive defense stat. And in comes Mew against Michael Fable. So she's going to go for the Energy Ball. I don't know if she's expecting a switch. She might be expecting a switch here into Mudsdale, but I'm not entirely sure. I didn't bring an Assault Vest Mudsdale, so even a Psychic would be doing decent damage. I just go for the Stealth Rocks, and no, she's going to go for it again. And I'm like, okay, if you want to do that, I mean, I obviously have, Soft Boiled, so I can easily heal my health if you're just going to hit me with, like, weak Energy Balls. And now she's going to wise up and go for the Calm Mind, which is honestly what she probably should have done in the first place. Maybe she was predicting, I don't even know. But she was maybe predicting a switch. But now she is going to go ahead and Calm Mind. I Soft Boiled, expecting another hit. So this is interesting. After a few Calm Minds, I'm not going to be able to take this well. Last time she brought this Mew, it was actually a Unium Z Mew, so obviously really powerful. And I don't see the leftovers or anything, so I'm kind of expecting Unium Z yet again. So she goes for the Psychic, and that looks to be maybe a 2-hit KO. That's what she's hoping for. She's going to go for it without popping that Unium Z, and I do survive with 2 HP. So there you go, and I'm going to get out another Moonblast off. Unfortunately, no special attack drops. And unfortunately for me, my Clefable's going to go down, but it's good that I didn't give this Mew any additional Calm Minds to work with, especially since it can hit potentially with Unium Z. So I'm going to go into my Howlucha now, and I'm just going to go for this sub. I actually made a mistake here. I think it's supposed to be a level 100 Howlucha. This thing is obviously supposed to have even amount of HP, but because we're playing at level 50 and I didn't adjust the EVs, it's going to actually have an odd number of HP, which means I actually have to go for 3 substitutes in order to trigger the Citrus Berry. Now, if I actually had set this team up beforehand, like I usually kind of throw teams together on stream when someone challenged me to a tier, I obviously would have used this thing the Electric Gem instead, being that I have Tapu Koko. That would have been the smart move. But this is more of like a generalist Howlucha that I can just throw into a team, and obviously it should have even HP at level 50, but I messed up. But whatever, it's on my to-do list to fix. So he's going to go for the Psychic again, and yeah, now I do have Unburden off. I didn't get a chance to set up Sword Stance because he just kept attacking me, but I am going to be able to finish this thing off with an Acrobatics, which is the reason I wanted to get my Unburden off, because obviously I wasn't sure if Acrobatics would have killed without the Unburden. So anyway, in comes his Rotom, and I'm going to go for another sub just to see what this thing wants to do to me. I don't know, maybe if he wants to, like, I don't know, Will-O-Wisp if he's bulky Rotom. But no, he's just going to go for the Thunderbolt, and that's going to break my sub. And I'm like, alright, fine. Let's just go for the high jump kick. Try to do as much damage as I can on the way out. So, yeah, I'd let Howlucha die, but it does actually cripple that Rotom. Now, I'm thinking, okay, this thing could be Scarf because I don't see the, you know, leftovers or anything. So I'm going to go my Mudsdale, and then I was going to go Protect, just to see what this guy wants to do. And he does fish it up for a Hydro Pump, so I'm not entirely sure what the item is here, but it's definitely not choiced. So I'm going to have to switch out, and I go out into my Tapu Koko again now, thinking, okay, I should be able to maybe live a Hydro Pump with this thing, I hope. And I know it's not Scarf, so I can outspeed, but unfortunately, maybe this is like Mystic Water or something. I have no idea, because it actually kills with Hydro Pump. Maybe it's just Tapu Koko being frail. That's probably more the case. But anyway, in comes my Kartana. And you might be thinking, you know, maybe this is some kind of noob without any items, but I know that she had items. So, but we don't see like the common items there, so that's interesting. I wonder what items she had on her sets. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go for the the Leaf Blade. That's gonna obviously get the +1 attack after I kill the Rotom, but its attack's gonna go right back down thanks to Gyarados' Intimidate. And I'm thinking that she'll try to, you know, Mega Evolve, so I'll go for the Leaf Blade. Ends up not Mega Evolving, so it's not super effective. But because Kartana is such a badass, going to be able to take that out anyway. Unfortunately, her last Pokemon is Landorus, which also has Intimidate. And that's going to pretty much negate my Beast Boost again. But, yeah, I don't know what this Landorus' set's going to be. I'm hoping I can live a hit. Kartana does have decent physical defense. Really low special defense, but decent physical defense. But obviously my life orb's been paying a toll, and I do live, so that's pretty clutch, and I'm going to be able to finish off the Landorus, and yeah, even though I died on my life orb, I still have Mudsdale in the back, so that is a good game there, Munika, and hope to see you again on the next stream. Yeah, interesting sets. I'd be interested to learn what you were actually going with there. Being that I didn't see any items activated, and I know that wasn't Scarfed, but I know that she had items, so I don't know. I think she said that both her Slowbro and her Gyarados were Megas, like she was one of those dual Mega teams. And so I know that the items of those were, but she chose not to Mega Evolve them at any point. But hey, there you go. So anyway, today's question of the day is, what's your favorite consumable item in Pokemon? A Pokemon that gets consumed upon use. Just something I thought about because I'm using Hawlucha, obviously. A lot of people like to trigger Hawlucha. It is OU right now, due to obviously having Unburden and a very good attack stat. But there's a lot of ways different people like to trigger Unburden, and it always has to be a consumable item, obviously, to get rid of the item on Hawlucha, so you can get the Unburden and the Acrobatics, damage. So, yeah, leave a comment about that. As for me, it's probably going to be Focus Sash. Focus Sash does get consumed upon use. It's not what you probably want to use with your Hawlucha. Typically with Hawlucha, you probably want to, like, either go with a Citrus Berry, or ideally, actually, with the Tapus, and the reason it's OU right now is you want to pair it with the, the Seed, the Electric Seed, or the Psychic Seed, that triggers when the terrain is out, so it can instantly get that effect as long as you have that terrain. That's the reason Hawlucha is probably OU right now. So leave a comment about that, and see you guys again next time. Later.